Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the second time I'm doing this voiceover. Unfortunately, my voice is not like exciting and loud, so I try, but I really can't just like do a voiceover where it's so entertaining. Anyway, so if you do want to watch the rest of the video, I really appreciate it, and let's just get into exactly what I'm doing. I'm going right off by lifting up the cuticles. I use this bit to get under my cuticles, and it just kind of removes also some of the dead skin that's already on there before I go in with my cuticle nipper. And then I also go ahead and I just start by buffing around the cuticles, and you can see I have a pattern to how I buff out the nails with my sanding band. I don't know the number of the sanding band that I am using, unfortunately, but I will have them out soon enough, like on the store website, so you can purchase exact same things that I use. After going ahead and buffing out the nail, doing the prepping, I go ahead and apply my nail tips, and I usually like to go ahead and then remove the cuticles very carefully because we still have other things to do. Sometimes I do like to tell people just be aware how much skin you're going to be removing, because if you remove too much skin and then you go buffing, you may cut the skin more. So that's why I do that before. Now I'm going to go ahead and start my application. Of course, I make sure to dehydrate and prime. I've been using a secrete lately and I've been liking it, so we're using that for now. I don't know what's going on with the protein bond. I don't know if it's the weather, but you guys should also know that acrylic, the system works way different depending on the weather, so be aware of that. But I am just using I don't know how, I don't want to say that way, but or I don't know what else to call it except that way, but I just mix some like a little bit of white or soft white by Young Nails with a lot of speed clear. Majority of it was just clear to give me that cloudy look where it's not off-white or it's not light white, dreamy white, it's just clear and white. Just give a tone of white so I can use a matte top coat on it. I much rather prefer applying it in bigger beads, especially when on long nails. So I don't I tend to make my beads a little wetter so that I can have more control over it and not have it dry so quick. So my first bead was really long, and it was just gives me a plain basic structure to work from, and then I built my cuticle area from there and add where I need to. There were parts of the recording that didn't show because I do move the nail around to see where my apex is, how the strength of the nails will be, all those things. So that's why you'll see that I move the nails a lot, and sometimes it doesn't get caught on camera what I'm doing. Now I'm using this red from Eye Gel. Personally, I really like this red because it doesn't bleed too much, if you get what I mean. or it's easy for me to control and apply on the nail. So I really do like it a lot. But I just went in and was doing some what's it called, ombre. But I've learned that with color, when you do ombre, it's much more better for you to start with thinner layers so you can go back and blend or do it however you like. So I tend to start off with a really nice wet bead that gets me a flat application, so that when I apply my nude, I don't like sometimes how the nude makes the color look very ashy, if you get what I'm trying to say. So I can always go back with the actual color and do it like this. Sometimes too, say if I'm doing ombre with marble, I will lay the ombre like nude down first and then do my ombre and then encapsulate the whole thing, just because I like that the nude is not covering up the actual design, doesn't make it look ashy or doesn't make it look like it's not as clear. For the ombres, I did want some higher than others. Like I know two of them were majority nude and then some others were majority red. I can't exactly say it, but that's how I did it. I'm using thin layers and building up my ombre, and then I'm also adding some glitter to some and encapsulating them. This is another thing I always say, like, it's not about what you use to do nails, it's about what you know about how doing nails, what you learn, what you teach yourself. For instance, you guys, everybody can learn from this situation right here. So I grabbed a bead to use, but I was using the bead from the cuticle down, but I ran out of it nearly almost at the tip. What I suggest you do is that you run the product that you have all the way to the tip so that it comes out very seamless when you lay another color on top of it. So I made sure to run it all the way down to the tip, get it as seamless as possible, and then I went back into the tip of the nails and started building that part. But when I apply the top coat, you will not be able to tell where my first bead ended. After I go ahead and filed and drilled, everything is all set. I'm going to clean it out with some 70% acetone just to remove all the dust and anything on the nails. And that's pretty much it. I did this video one hand at a time, so the other hand had already been done and we had agreed on everything, so I just went on from here. I kind of just strategize when and what I'm going to be doing. Say, not every nail needed a top coat at a certain time, and some do. I try to make less work for myself and work smarter than harder. So, say if I have 2 nails that will just need top coat, I will top coat those 2 nails, even if I have 3 that doesn't, because then I'm able to control the top coat on 2 nails while 3 doesn't need it, if you guys get what I mean. I did 2 of the V chevron. I don't know if they're called chevrons, but V French, that's what I call them. I did the bottom of it clear just because I just thought it would look better clear than white. So I did clear, and then I did some silver on top of them, and then I just kind of just threw that on top. And that's what that looked like. I feel like it would make it look way more, its color, and look more shiny and so much prettier with the silver background. So I just laid that down, and then I ended up gluing it with, I believe it was Secrete, and I just used some Valentine top coat to just kind of put it on there. And then I also just used my hands to shape around the shape that it already was. Now for the nails with light white, or cloudy white I should say, I actually cleaned it, and I did so this is the first time I did the 1 coat of the red, and that coat was without any top coat. And then I drew the hearts and cured them all together, and then I did my top coats. So here I'm adding my top coat because I plan to add something else already on top of the nail. What I did after curing it, I did another of the red line as I had, and I added the same glitter that I was using in my ombre. I went back with the silver that I used in the chevron, in the V French, sorry, and I just coated that over the hearts to make them more prettier, I guess, or more girly. And then just went regularly and with top coat. And here I actually have a huge secret. I applied I applied cuticle oil on before adding on my rhinestones so that the oil does not get on the rhinestones. Here's the result, everyone. I hope everything that I was telling you guys makes sense now. If you liked the video and everything that was said, make sure you head over to my Instagram @gemsprofession, leave a comment, like, and subscribe.